Brian Tomko with Inspectrum Home Inspection Team. Inspectrum has been a company that goes all the way back to the mid-90s.
Yes. It's now under second ownership. I have been with the company for 8 years and am thankful still every day that I'm with this company.
Obviously, you've seen a tremendous amount of things when it comes to home inspections. Really, I know we could go on about this for 30 minutes on itself, but really, what are the things that come up more regularly in Chicago? And what, in your opinion, are, okay, we can move past, or, whoa, this is really a level of concern?
Yeah, Chicago's unique because we have so many older buildings here, and I love that this city is all about a good rehab. Just a good gut rehab. Like, this is a great old warehouse building. We're going to turn it into loft condos, or this is a wonderful old 3-flat and we're going to gut it and make it into luxury homes.
Yeah.
But with all of that, comes old issues.
Maintenance.
Yeah, exactly. 100-year-old buildings come with 100-year-old problems.
Mm-hmm.
We also live in the Midwest where we have basements. And, we're always concerned and looking for that water intrusion. Getting in there and talking about, oh, there's no sump pump. So you need to be concerned if you're thinking about finishing out this basement or what have you.
For certain. No, I think that's all really relevant and all great. I also say one of the biggest things, when you talk about water, it's people's chief concern.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm of the belief, as somebody that's been in this industry for 23 years, that every building and every home takes on some level of water.
Yes.
It's, are we aware of it? Is it in a bad capacity? And can we remedy it?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's a lot of fear with it, but I also think that it's something that as we're more educated on it, we know the solutions and the solves, that we can find more ways to get around it. I think the other thing that we touched a little bit on before that's important to know, I truly believe, having been through not nearly as many inspections as you, but enough, that most problems have a fix, right?
Yes.
It's just the cost of the fix.
Exactly.
And if that's something that's manageable. If I were going to put you on the spot, are there any things that you've walked into and felt like the fix was beyond something that's worthwhile? What would be a major red flag for you?
Yeah, 2-3 years ago, I inspected it was a 3-flat building out on the west side. There was a contractor there. They were looking to renovate the property. So I'm outside looking at things up on the roof. The contractors down in the basement, they all came out of the basement and they told me to stop the inspection. This is the only time this has ever happened.
Okay.
And I'm like, how bad? And the contractor's like, big horizontal crack in the foundation wall bulging out.
Oh.
And I personally don't know exactly if there is a fix for that. I mean, there's a fix for that, but
sure.
It is,
but it's a major
extremely cost prohibitive. But by and large, yeah, like you said, just about anything can be fixed.
No, I think that that's really important and true to note because, that's where it takes a really educated inspector and an educated agent team that can say, hey, here's where the problem is and here's where the fix lies throughout it. I mean, I agree with you. Typically, I haven't seen too many deals go south over inspections. 9 times out of 10, it's that a seller maybe isn't on board to handle the remedy or the cost of the remedy, so to say. But I would say the ones that typically make people the most nervous are going to be the structural ones.
Exactly.
What do you think makes a good home inspector?
Again, I think just reiterating, not being an alarmist and being very matter of fact. And then I'm very fortunate that when I started, I went out with the other 4 inspectors on our team for 4 months and just assisted with those inspections. So by the time I was out on my own, I had looked at over 80 water heaters, and I'm able to walk up to it and just look at the pipes and like, oh, that's not correct, and see that kind of thing. So it's very much experience.
So the thing that's funny about that is Inspectrum put you through a more rigorous training program than an agent that's going to sell their first house to somebody.
Yes. Yeah, very similar. I mean, I go through, a training and the state testing just like a real estate agent does. Sure.
But then they put you through the ringer.
Exactly. Yeah. But if you're not under the wing of a very experienced home inspector, you're not going to go out and be a very experienced home inspector. Yeah.
It's the same that we say about real estate agents, right? Why teams have become more important is because we give the ability for younger agents to have a bandwidth of knowledge right off the bat. So even if they don't fully know the answer to something, they can then say, hey, let me tap into my resources to make sure that we're really accurate.
Yeah. One of the best things for me is we've got a text thread for all the inspectors on the team. And to be able to, send a picture onto that thread going, has anyone seen one of these before? I think it's this, and this is how it's hooked up. And to get that extra feedback, am I looking at this correctly? By and large, we see the same stuff over and over again, but some old home might have some old system that one of us has seen.
Right. And I would guess, right, you guys are 5 inspectors at this point.
Yes.
You guys have to have at least, what, 50, 60, 70 years of experience between you.
Oh, yeah.
So that's an absolute asset.